Welcome to the College Investor Audio Show, where we talk about the biggest issues impacting millennial money, from student loan debt to side hustles to building wealth. We will show you how to get out of debt so that you can build real wealth for the future.
Side hustles is the topic today on the College Investor Audio Show. Welcome. We're so glad you're here. So a side hustle is one way to improve your financial future. The extra income created can help you reach major financial goals. But sometimes, your side hustle can grow to become your main hustle and transform your whole life. That's happened to me. Are you considering taking the leap and pursuing your side hustle full-time? It can be an exciting prospect. But this transition can lead to a lot of emotional questions and financial decisions. So in partnership with the tax pros at H&R Block, we're going to talk about both the financial side and the emotional side about making your side hustle your main hustle. Because while the income earning potential is huge, there's a lot about taxes and other things you need to know. And you may want to get help from proven tax professionals like H&R Block. Today, I will share with you what you need to know about turning your side hustle into your main hustle. First of all, let's talk about, is it even time to do this? When you start side hustling, chances are that you'll try several different options before finding something that actually works for you. Personally, I tried a handful of side hustle opportunities before settling on freelance writing. As a fresh college graduate, I landed a state job in my field immediately after graduation. But since my field of wildlife biology didn't really pay very well, I knew that I needed a side hustle to make things work. I decided to try my hand at freelance writing about personal finance. My master's in management gave me the baseline knowledge I needed to dive in headfirst. Within 2 years, I had the option to take my side hustle full-time. Seriously, 2 years. So here's what I learned in the process. Enjoy the time spent on your side hustle. First things first, do you want your side hustle full-time? Maybe you don't particularly enjoy your side hustle. You might not want to take it full-time then. Think about how you would feel if you were spending all of your working time on your side hustle. If you don't see yourself enjoying this hustle as a main source of income for the long term, then you might want to keep it in the side hustle category. Personally, I enjoy writing about personal finance and actually just helping others pursue their financial goals. Plus, the flexibility of writing was really enticing. So with that, taking it full-time wasn't really a difficult decision. You want to be your own boss. A major component of taking your side hustle full-time is the transition into becoming your own boss. As a side hustler, you likely have the discipline you need to succeed as your own boss. But is this responsibility you want to take on? For me, I always dreamed of becoming my own boss. The ability to set my own hours was a freedom I craved. Plus, the option to dramatically increase my income on my own terms was an enticing factor that made the idea of making freelance writing my main hustle alluring. There's the potential to expand your side hustle. Look at this key indicator. If it has the potential to support you full-time, is the potential for expansion. So consider whether there are more opportunities to bring in cash if you just had more time in your day. So in my case, I knew that my time was the biggest limiting factor for my side hustle. So with that, freeing up more time in my week was a no-brainer. But make sure your side hustle has a pathway to the income you need to support yourself fully. And also, what about your real job? When you're considering making the transition, you'll face a number of questions about your real job. Many of your closest family members and friends will question whether or not this side hustle thing is really a good idea. After all, don't you have a real job to keep in mind? Although these questions can be well-intentioned, they can also lead to a lot of self-doubt. In order to combat these uncomfortable feelings, take a closer look at your side hustle. Is there long-term potential for an income that will actually support you and your family? Do you already have a track record of meeting income goals through your side hustle? If you have the ability to support yourself through a side hustle, then it's no longer just a side hustle. It can truly become a full-time job, even if you're able to work from home in your pajamas on your own schedule, which is great, by the way. Don't let the doubters talk you out of a hustle that works for your income and lifestyle goals. It's also okay to make a slow transition. In most side hustles, you reach a tipping point. You'll either need to scale back on your full-time job or cap the growth potential of your side hustle. As you approach that tipping point, consider your risk tolerance. Many of us feel a certain amount of security in our day jobs, of course. So many of us cling to our day jobs in hopes that our income will never disappear. Whether or not that sense of security is validated or will depend on your industry. As we saw in 2020, a regular job doesn't protect you from unemployment. With that in mind, transitioning into your side hustle full-time could be the right option. As a small business owner, you have the ability to diversify your income streams to create a sustainable business model that will hopefully survive the future of the market. But it is understandable and totally okay to transition into your side hustle slowly. Whether you like the security of your day job or just genuinely enjoy some parts of your job, a slow transition is not a bad idea. When my side hustle reached the tipping point, I knew that I had to make a tough choice. At the time, I had a dream job as a marine biologist, but the compensation was not enough to reach my financial goals. So with that, I decided to approach my employer and ask for a part-time role. I knew when I made my ask that I might have to walk away forever. But luckily, my boss was very understanding. We worked out a part-time arrangement at my day job that allows me to enjoy some time in the field as a marine biologist. However, most of my days can be dedicated to writing for a living. So as you approach your tipping point, think of creative solutions to scaling back at your day job. You might not have to dive into your side hustle suddenly if you have a flexible employer that is willing to work with you. Now here's how to prepare yourself financially and emotionally, because there's some emotion involved here. If you know in your heart that it is time to make your side hustle a main source of income, the realization can be overwhelming, to say the least. The excitement is balanced with an increased sense of responsibility for your side hustle. So here's how to prepare yourself financially and emotionally to take your side hustle full-time. Being a business owner has its ups and downs. Before you become a small business owner, it's important to realize this, that it will have its ups and downs. The cash flow of many businesses rises and falls through the seasons. As a freelancer, you might experience a feast or famine workload that can be kind of difficult to predict. If you're aware of this possibility before you dive in, you can prepare yourself. On a financial level, building an emergency fund can help you weather business downturns of the future. So beyond the finances, though, don't forget to take care of the emotional side of running your own business. Although everyone reacts differently, I found the process of taking my side hustle full-time to be an emotional roller coaster. The struggle to strike a balance that worked for me was prolonged, but eventually, I found a happy medium that works. In the last several years, I've learned that solid emergency is critical for my peace of mind as a small business owner. If I had a slow month, I don't have to stress about it. Instead, I can continue living below my means and tap into my emergency fund if I need to. Also, choose the right business structure. The right structure for your small business is really going to depend on your financial situation. And the options include a sole proprietorship, a partnership, corporation, S-corporation, or an LLC, limited liability company. Do some research on the different options to determine the best fit. If you're unsure about the right business structure for your business, consult with Tax Pros and H&R Block. Block Advisors, H&R Block's small business service, helps entrepreneurs and small business owners make these complex decisions. Don't think you have to rely on Google to find the best answer when a proven tax pro at Block Advisors can help. Set up the right bookkeeping. This is huge. Proper bookkeeping will help you manage your business efficiently. Not only can organized books help you make the right financial decisions for your business, but they can also make tax time a little bit less stressful. You can do it yourself with online services, but if that seems overwhelming to you or that it's going to take a little bit too much time, you can find a bookkeeper to help. In fact, a bookkeeper is one of the first things most small businesses outsource. Block Advisors offers bookkeeping services as well as tax prep, so you can have all your important financial docs in one place. Don't forget about taxes. Oh man. Although you're transitioning into a new income stream, you can't forget about taxes. Many side hustles forget about this critical piece of the puzzle. Unfortunately, this can lead to an unpleasant surprise at tax time if you're not setting aside money properly. But depending on your financial situation, you might owe thousands of dollars in taxes each year. With that, it's important to keep track throughout the year. Furthermore, depending on your tax structure, which we talked about a little bit earlier, you might need to file quarterly estimated tax payments as well, or some other state filing fees. If you have questions about that, just consult a tax professional. Black Advisors makes this easy. They have tax pros in every state that know exactly what you need to do for your business. Beyond the bookkeeping, they can help you file your tax returns every year. And don't forget to save for retirement. Without a W-2 job, you might take this for granted. You're not going to have the same access to the same retirement accounts that you're used to. But there are a ton of retirement investment plans for self-employed individuals. Don't put off saving. Learn more about the best self-employed retirement accounts at thecollegeinvestor.com. And not only can you save for your future, but you can also save a lot in taxes when you contribute to these retirement plans. Bonus! And here's a quick summary to wrap everything up. Yeah, it's a big step. It's a little bit overwhelming. It's crazy to take your side hustle full-time, but it can be incredibly rewarding at the same time. I have never regretted my decision to turn my side hustle into my main source of income. Never regretted it. The only thing I regretted was not doing it sooner. The increased control and flexibility are second to none, in my opinion. Don't let anything or anyone hold you back if you really want your side hustle to become your main hustle. But don't forget to create an emergency fund, set aside cash to pay your taxes, and save for your retirement. And that is the show for today. I hope it was helpful, kind of pointed you in the right direction, got the wheels turning a little bit too. If you think this could be helpful to somebody else in this situation, please feel free to share this with them. We greatly, greatly appreciate it. Again, you can find more resources, tons of ideas on lots of stuff and articles, and of course, a complete full review of H&R Block at thecollegeinvestor.com.